Here it is. That moment. The silence between breaths. You're lying there, staring at a ceiling that seems to be closing in. Or maybe you're sitting in your car, the engine off, the world outside, muted and gray. The weight of it all is pressing down on you. Not a physical weight, but something heavier. Something that settles deep in your bones. It's the exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. It's the ache of unfulfilled promises you made to yourself. It's the hollow echo of a dream that now feels like a distant, faded photograph. You remember the fire you once had, the person you were meant to be. Where did they go? When did the vibrant colors of your ambition bleed into this monotonous gray? You ask yourself, is this it? Is this all I am now? The question hangs in the air, unanswered, because you're afraid of the answer. You're afraid that the person you've become is the final version. The world keeps spinning. People post their victories, their perfect lives, their effortless successes, and you scroll and you watch. And each tap of the screen feels like a small hammer blow to your comparison, that silent thief, has been robbing you blind for so long you've forgotten what it feels like to own your own journey. You see their highlight reels and measure them against your behind-the-scenes chaos. The quiet battles you fight every single day. The ones no one claps for. The ones that leave you drained and invisible. The battle to just get out of bed. The battle to smile when you feel like screaming. The battle to hold it all together when the seams are tearing. No one sees the pressure building inside. The dam of emotion that's cracking under the strain. They only see the calm surface you've perfected. And in this isolation, a dangerous thought takes root. Maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Maybe everyone else has something I don't. This feeling of being lost isn't a dramatic, cinematic storm. It's a slow, creeping fog. It didn't happen overnight. It was a series of small compromises. A just for today that turned into a maybe tomorrow. And tomorrow's piled up into a mountain of inertia. You traded the discomfort of growth for the comfort of the familiar, not realizing you were building your own cage, bar by bar. Each missed workout, each project left unfinished, each difficult conversation avoided, it all felt insignificant at the moment. But those small surrenders accumulated, creating a debt of regret that now feels too large to ever repay. You look in the mirror and you don't recognize the tired eyes staring back. There's a stranger there, wearing your face, living your life on autopilot. The spark is gone. The hunger is gone. There's only a dull, persistent ache of what could have been. But listen to me. Now, in this place of absolute stillness, in this deafening silence, something else is stirring. It's faint, but it's there. A whisper beneath the noise of your doubt. It's the part of you that refuses to die, the part of you that remembers the fire. It's the warrior spirit that has been dormant, not defeated. This moment of despair, this rock bottom you feel you've hit, is not an end point. It is a foundation. This is where the real work begins. The world has thrown its worst at you. Your own mind has become your harshest critic. You have been beaten down, worn out, and left feeling empty. And yet, you are still here. You are still breathing. That, in itself, is a testament to a strength you've forgotten you possess. This is not the end of your story. This is the turning point. The realization dawns, not like a sunrise, but like a single, stubborn star breaking through a cloudy night. Motivation is gone. Inspiration is a fleeting ghost. Hope feels like a luxury you can't afford. You have nothing left to run on, and in that void, in that absolute emptiness, you find the one thing that can't be taken from you. The one thing that doesn't rely on feelings or moods. Discipline. It's not a glorious, exciting word. It's gritty. It's hard. It's the choice you make when every cell in your body screams, no. It's the decision to get up when the warmth of the bed is a siren's call. It's the decision to take the first step when the path ahead is shrouded in darkness. It's the cold, hard, unsexy truth that you have to save yourself. No one is coming. There is no magic pill. There is no external savior. There is only you. This is your awakening. Not a gentle nudge, but a violent shake. The pain you feel is not your enemy. It is your catalyst. It's the alarm bell you've been sleeping through for far too long. It is screaming at you that the way you have been living is unsustainable, that the path of least resistance has led you to a cliff's edge. It's time to turn around. It's time to fight back. Not against the world, not against others, but against the weakness within. Against the voice that tells you to quit. Against the comfortable lies you've been telling yourself. The battle for your future is not won on a grand stage. It is won in the quiet moments of decision, in the crucible of your own mind. It is won when you choose the hard right over the easy wrong, again and again and again. So, take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. This is the first breath of your new life. The past is a ghost. The future is unwritten. All you have is this moment and the choice you make within it. Acknowledge the struggle. Honor the pain that brought you to this point of clarity. See it for what it is. A signal, a call to action. You have been wandering in the dark, but now you see a flicker of light. It's not a bonfire, just a single flame. Your job is not to find a bigger light. Your job is to protect this one. Tu no tu Italiano. To feed it with small acts of courage and consistency to shield it from the winds of doubt and the storms of fatigue. The inner conflict will rage on. The old you will fight to survive. It will whisper temptations. It will remind you of how easy it is to give up, to slide back into the familiar numbness. It will tell you that you've tried before and failed. It will use your past against you. Your job is to hear that voice and defy it. Your job is to answer its doubt with action, to answer its fear with a single step forward. The journey back to yourself will be the hardest thing you've ever done. It will demand everything you have, and then more. But the alternative to stay here, to let the fog consume you completely, as a fate far worse than any struggle. This is your moment. The awakening is here. The question is no longer who am I? The question is, who will I become? The choice is yours, and it starts now. The path ahead is not about feeling good. It's about doing what is necessary, regardless of how you feel. Forget motivation. Motivation is a fair weather friend. It shows up when the sun is shining and the path is clear, but it vanishes at the first sign of a storm. We are not building our house on the sand of fleeting emotions. We are building it on the bedrock of discipline. Discipline is the engine that runs when the fuel of inspiration is empty. It's the structure that holds you up when your willpower collapses. It is the solemn promise you make to your future self, a promise that you will show up, especially on the days you don't want to. It's the bridge between where you are now and where you are destined to be. This is the transformation. It begins not with a giant leap, but with a single, deliberate action. The alarm clock rings in the darkness. Every fiber of your being screams for more sleep, for just 5 more minutes of oblivion. Your mind floods with excuses. You're tired. It's cold. It won't make a difference. This is the first battle of the day, and you win it. You throw the covers off, plant your feet on the floor, and you stand up. It's not a glorious victory. No one is there to applaud you, but in that small act of defiance against your own weakness, you have cast a vote for the person you want to become. You have laid the first brick in the foundation of your new identity. This is where it starts. In the quiet, unseen moments of personal integrity. The journey is a grind. Let's be brutally honest about that. It's monotonous. It's repetitive. It's the daily workout when your muscles are screaming. It's choosing the healthy meal when the craving for junk food is a roar in your mind. It's sitting down to work on your craft, to study, to build, when the lure of distraction is everywhere. It's doing the same hard things, day after day after day, with no immediate reward in sight. This is the part where most people quit. They expect progress to be a straight, upward line. But it's not. It's a chaotic scribble of peaks and valleys. There will be days you feel like you're soaring, and days you feel like you're digging a hole. The secret is to keep digging, to keep showing up. Consistency is the most powerful force in the universe. It is the water that carves canyons out of stone, not through brute force, but through relentless, patient persistence. You will have to make sacrifices. The comfort of your old habits, the mindless hours spent on distraction, maybe even the company of people who keep you anchored to your past self. Transformation requires you to shed your old skin, and that process is painful. You are forging a new identity, and that identity is built through action. You are not the person who thinks about going to the gym. You are the person who goes to the gym. You are not the person who talks about writing a book. You are the person who writes page by painful page. Your identity is not what you say you will do. It is the sum total of your actions, especially the ones you take when no one is watching. Every completed workout, every hour of focused work, every promise you keep to yourself fit is a deposit into the bank of yourself. Pain will become your teacher. The physical pain of exertion teaches you the limits of your body and then shows you how to exceed them. The mental pain of focus and concentration strengthens your mind, building resilience against distraction and procrastination. The emotional pain of loneliness and sacrifice carves out a deeper capacity for purpose and connection. You will learn to stop running from discomfort and instead lean into it. You will realize that the place where you feel the most resistance is the exact place you need to push. Growth does not happen in the comfort zone. It happens at the edge of your abilities, in the space where you are stretched, strained, and tested. This pain is not punishment. It is purification. It is burning away the dross, the weakness, the parts of you that are holding you back. There will be moments of profound doubt. You will look at the mountain ahead and feel utterly insignificant. You will fail. You will stumble. You will have days where you do everything right and still feel like you're going backward. In these moments, your old self will resurface with a vengeance, whispering, "See, I told you. You can't do this." Just quit. It's easier. This is the crucible. This is where your resolve is truly tested, and your response must be unwavering. You get back up. You dust yourself off. You take a breath. You take one more step. You do not negotiate with that voice. You do not entertain its logic. You answer it with action. You show it through your sheer, stubborn refusal to quit that it has no power over you anymore. The warrior is not the one who never falls. The warrior is the one who always gets up. And then, slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, things begin to change. The weight you're lifting feels a little lighter. you can run a little farther. The task that once seemed impossible now feels manageable. You start to look in the mirror and see a flicker of pride in your own eyes. It's not arrogance, it's a quiet, solid confidence born from earned success. You're not just hoping you can do it anymore. You know you can, because you've done it. Day after day, you have proven it to your toughest critic. Yourself. The discipline that felt like a prison at first now feels like freedom. It has freed you from the whims of your moods, from the tyranny of your impulses, from the prison of your own self-doubt. You are no longer a slave to how you feel. You are the master of what you do. This is the power of persistence. This is the reward of the grind. You are not the same person who started this journey. You have been rebuilt, brick by brick, through your own will. The transformation is real. It is happening, and you are the architect. You have arrived, not at a final destination, because there is no final destination. But you have arrived at a new state of being. The war within yourself has subsided, not because the enemy is gone, but because you've become too strong for it. The voice of doubt that once screamed is now a barely audible whisper, easily ignored. The fatigue that once crushed you is now just a signal to rest, recover, and go again. You have climbed out of the valley of despair, not by finding an easy path, but by clawing your way up the rock face, and Obear, and day after day. Look back for a moment. See the person you were, trapped in the fog, weighed down by regret. See the long, arduous path you have traveled. You did that, no one else. You. The sweat, the pain, the sacrifice, it was all an investment in the person you are today. This is victory. It's not the confetti and fireworks version you see in movies. It's quieter than that. It's standing tall in a moment of stress and choosing control over chaos. It's feeling fear and moving forward anyway. It's knowing, deep in your bones, that no matter what life throws at you next, you have the tools to endure it. You are no longer waiting to be saved. You are no longer searching for permission. You have built something unshakable inside yourself. A core of discipline, forged in the darkest moments, that will not crack under pressure. This is the calm confidence of someone who has faced their own abyss and climbed out stronger. But understand this clearly. This is not the end of the road. This is not where you rest on your achievements. This is where the mission expands. The strength you've built is not just for you. It changes how you walk through the world. It changes how you handle responsibility, how you treat others, how you show up when it matters most. You become a pillar, not because you are loud or dominant, but because you are reliable. Because when things get hard, you don't break. You endure. You adapt. You act. That is real power. There will still be hard days. There will still be moments of doubt, moments of fatigue, moments when the old fog tries to creep back in. But now, you recognize it. Now, you know what to do. You don't panic. You don't spiral. You return to the basics. You return to discipline. You return to the small, deliberate actions that built you in the first place. You understand that strength is not a destination you reach once. It is a practice you commit to every single day. Look at yourself now, not with harsh judgment, but with earned respect. You did not become this person by accident. You built this version of yourself through choice after choice after choice. And that means you can continue to build. You can go further. You can carry more. You can rise higher. The future is no longer something that scares you. It is something you are prepared for. So stand up straight. Take another breath. Feel the ground beneath your feet. This is your life. This is your responsibility. And this is your power. You are no longer asking if you are capable. You already know the answer. If this story touched you, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe.